another victory at St Andrews on Tuesday night. How pleasing was it that you got to see both the attacking and defensive sides of the game come together?
Very pleased because despite that we have done a lot of work to improve our offensive game because we had to, because I keep referring to it, but I've seen it many times. A game against Brentford where we managed to score one goal or one chance, you know. I thought, well, we need to get more shots and get more tests. So we've been put a lot of work, but it just to prove that we haven't gone away from being solid as well. But we just want to win the ball as high as possible now compared to a little bit before. And it's paying off for us because it allows our players to establish their football a bit higher at the pitch for the kind of players that we have compared to the ones that we had probably before. But very pleased because it was a performance linked with a good result and the fact that we kept the clean sheet and that although Blackburn had moments, short spells of pressure, they only had one shot on target. So, and I think Licampi did well with that. So I'm very pleased, yeah.
I know defending starts at the front, but if we could just focus on the defensive unit for now, you've got a consistent back four in there at the minute. How pleased have you been with those four protecting Licampi as they did?
Very good because it's what we're asking of them is, I know that they have a little bit of an internal fight because what we're asking is to defend, but defend as high as possible, you know, and fight to the nature of dropping closer to Campi and feeling more protected altogether there, because for the players that we have in front of them, it makes a massive difference to win the ball back in the middle of the park, because if we win the ball back too deep, then we are in a similar situation as we were in Brentford. We don't want that. So I think they've been adapting very well into that. I think they all, even the ones who haven't played that much, like Jake, they all have put, and Steve and Wes, despite not playing that much, they all understood the concepts, and it will be the same kind of performances. I think it's a great point for us because Birmingham is a club that has always been built a few last years on being solid or try to be solid, and we were very clear that we want to add on this, you know. So the fact that our defense keeps that level of performances is a massive improve for us. Yeah.
You spoke about getting the balance right between attacking and defending. Do you feel like we're getting there now? Are you getting closer to what you want to see?
Yes, we're getting, now that we have, I think we worked a lot to get that balance right. It was too much on the safe side in the beginning of the league. Then certain spells we went too much on the other side, and I think now the balance is right, and I think now we have a platform to keep growing. I think we have a mentality of going game by game and try to take every game and improve on every game, and making sure that we understand that our job is to put that performance that will help us to win the game, and being ourselves home and away, and take the game to any team playing the way we do and trying to be ourselves. I think that gives confidence to the players because that will give them freedom, that will give them belief in themselves, and knowing that we want to build on trying to be ourselves. When it comes to this approach, you need to understand, or you understand, there will always be setbacks because you're playing against opposition that either they were playing the Premier League and they have a really good squads, or they have been working together very good for years, and or they have a better day than you on that day, or things work for them. You know that it's always a setback, but a setback that can always get bounced back because you're being yourself. You know, you're being yourself, and we know that this is the way for us to improve. This is where we want to take the game for the club going forward. We want to be solid, but we want to play football. We want to be electric going forward. We want to play quick. We want to win the ball as high as possible. We want to attack, and when we lose the ball, win it back as soon as possible and keep attacking. And what we feel is that now there's a very good link between us and the fans. And when that happens and the fans are enjoying what they see from the players, they become the 12th man. And when that happens, we become a very strong team at home.
You feel like performances are talking for themselves now? Lots of the talk in pre-season was about a change in style, but now supporters can see from themselves when they come to St Andrews exactly what your team are trying to do.
Yes, I think they can see. We're still a process. But the last few games, if we always take it as from Derby, that everything started to go the way we wanted, and now we're getting points the way we want. I think it's a massive proof of all the work that everyone at the club has been doing. When it comes to how we manage to do that, it's basically keeping a very positive atmosphere on the fact of improving the mistake. So when our team makes a mistake, we highlight it, we talk to them, we work on it in the pitch, we see ways to do it better, to improve it, and then you improve that and you move on. Another mistake, then you do the same. I think we won the game in Brentford, but we made a lot of mistakes that avoided us to be offensive or playing football, you know. So we adjusted the system of play, we adjusted the relationships in the pitch, the roles, and slowly we get to the point that we are now. Are we finished product? No. It will be setbacks, of course, because football is this. But are we on the line that we want to be? Yes. How it came about making mistakes and correcting them. You know, it's as simple as that. When your car is broken, you go and you fix what it's broken and you hope it doesn't break, but it still breaks down again, you know. But you crack on.
Absolutely. We're a quarter of the way through the season now. I know you're a coach who always looks for areas to improve regardless of the result. What are the areas looking ahead to this next quarter of the season that we need to make ground up?
I want to be able for our team to have a little bit more control on that possessions that we do. We use the ball to attack. We're not a team that we look for a 60% possession just for the sake of having 60% possession. But I do think that when you're having a result like the one we're having second half last day, I want to be critical of ourselves because I still want more from us and from myself and from everyone. And it was a lot of moments on that game that Blackburn were feeling they need to go from full because obviously we're having the result and they can take the game to us and try to get something. Kind of they have nothing to lose left because they're already losing the game. There's two things that we can get better at on those moments. First of all is that when we win the ball, that transition, be even more smooth and turn that transition into a counter-attack that might be able to get us the second goal. That's one that I think is much better. It's much better because on Tuesday I never felt like they're on top of us and there's no way for us out of our half. No, because every time we win the ball, we turn it and we still had chances and we were close. I think we always close it to the second goal that where Blackburn became to score. But that's one. And the second one is the way to avoid them getting into this front foot and this push on sometimes is to be able to control a bit more the possession. But I know it's very difficult in those moments because the opposition has nothing to lose. They have to go against you. So you need to be on top of it and especially have the confidence and be brave enough to do it because you know that a mistake there might lead into them scoring. But we need to break that fear and we need to try to impose this. But obviously this is a lot of demanding for a team, but this is what we want to do and we're going to work very hard this season. And if this season we manage to develop this style of play that we all thinking and the owners were so keen on having it, then I'll be very satisfied. Yeah.
It's just one home defeat in the 6 home games this season, 10 if you go back to last season as well. It's been said before that blue sides have been fearful of playing in front of a home crowd. Is that completely abolished now?
Yeah, what I see from our players is that they love it. They love to get our fans standing. They love to get the ovation. They love to do a little bit surprise with a really nice goal. And they love to press high because they know that the fans are pressing with them. I have the feeling that the players, they're loving the games at St Andrews.
Another one to come. Luton promoted from League One last season, still adjusting to life in the Championship. What are you expecting on Saturday afternoon?
Well, I think Graham Jones is doing a really good job with them. It's a positive club on the way up from League Two. Had a really good season last season in League One. Got up now. A very untouched squad playing together for a lot of years and with a positive feeling, positive attitude. I think they're trying to do positive football. From Graham Jones, I know him a lot. When he was working, last year he was working obviously at West Brom, so we spoke a lot when we were playing them, but before he was in Swansea, so we have a lot of friends in common and he's working with Roberto. Graham he loves the kind of football that I like as well, so I do respect. I think He's having a side that manages very well. He's taking a few risks on his sides and manage them very well, and is getting a lot of points. Despite it was tough for them in the beginning of the league, but I think his work has settled, the side has improved, and I think they are in for a very good season in the Championship, which is unbelievable for the club there. So I do respect what Graham's doing there and with the club.
It's been said before, no easy games in this division. 12 games in, is this as wide open Championship as you can remember? No one seems to run away with it.
Yeah.
This year.
Well, I really need to think, because sometimes I forget even how we played 2 weeks ago, and I have to watch it again. But I do think so. I do think so. That at the minute, anyone can win anyone. That makes it very important to go on a run or to get wins on the roll, and it makes it more important as well to try to be very aggressive with the game plans, trying to always chase the game. Because if you chase the game and you lose, you're losing a point. But if for the fact of chasing, you're winning on a tight league, makes a difference. So can this change? Yeah, I think Championship changed a lot after Christmas, changed a lot, and there you see where teams are more or less playing for, and which teams have chances, and the thing becomes very complicated. So everything that done now, afterwards is gold. So, but obviously, I think it's a very open league at the minute.
Finally, on team news, any new injury concerns? I know you updated us after the game on Tuesday night. Gary got on the 4 to 6 weeks. How are the rest of the squad looking?
Yeah, everyone looks ready to be selected.
Good luck with Saturday.
Thank you.